Well, good morning, everyone. Dr. Stock here. Just so you guys all know, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This morning, finished my workout, had my protein shake, got some breakfast ready, made some coffee, and get a notification that Skillz made an acquisition recently, and it's been a while since I did a Skillz update, so it's nice to see that come through, and I think that it's going to be a really important update for us, and we see a big pre-market price spike. I'm going to show that in just a moment here. I do want to keep this short so I can get it out in a timely manner to you guys. Ideally before the market opens. I would love to get out to you while we're still in the pre-market and there's still some time to take a look at what's going on. So not a lot of time for editing or anything. This is going to be, we'll call it quick and dirty, if you will. So let's get ready to rock. Alright, so check it out. The headline here, Skillz to buy, I'm going to say Archy, as it looks to create esports advertising platform. And the advertising part of this, I think, is going to be huge for Skillz going forward because I think it brings for them another revenue stream that has been significantly lacking in their business model. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. So right here we see that they strike the deal for $150 million in cash and stock. And Archy is described as a leading technology-driven marketing platform that engages in more than 5 trillion advertising auctions. Archy uses data engines and proprietary machine learning algorithms to deliver return on investment for performance advertisers. So when you look at this, I mean, of course, they're going to bring this out, and it's going to sound a little bit flashy when they say about 5 trillion monthly advertising auctions. So that sounds to me like it's something that would be automated, and you know, maybe they engage in them, but how many of them do they win? That's something that we want to know. So even though I'm bullish on Skillz and I think that this is going to be hugely important for them, I still think that it's something that we want to read deeper into as we find out more information about Archy and the role that they play. However, I think that this could be a really good acquisition for Skillz to make, and I think, like I said, that it could be very good for their business. So here it says, company says it's a highly complementary acquisition. Well, of course they're going to say that because if they weren't a complementary acquisition, why would they bother? So again, not huge there, but when we look at this about broadening Skillz' footprint across rapidly expanding mobile gaming industry and combining its competitive platform with Archy's advanced advertising capabilities. So when you look through Skillz' earnings, so what they have is that they have monthly transacting users, which are ones that actually pay in order to do the competitions. So you have, we'll call it 2 players playing each other. So they each make a deposit using cash, and then from the winner of that, one of them wins cash, and then of course the other one's out of that cash, and then Skillz gets a part of that, and that's pretty much a very basic overview of their business model. Now you can also play the games that run on Skillz platform without spending any money whatsoever, and I think advertising revenue being added into this would be another important revenue stream for them, and I really think that it can help accelerate their growth as we look at Skillz as a company. I'm looking at the word Archy here on my screen, and it's messing with my head. So ARK Invest does own Skillz. It's one that they own quite a bit of, and as the price dipped down, I think we were down under $13 per share at one point in time, and we're up as high as like $42 per share. With Skillz here, it's been a wild ride, and it's going to be a little bit of time until we really see that play out. And recently people are talking about Roblox as being competition and Roblox also being more profitable, and I think that draws some attention away from Skillz' price. Let's take a look at their chart in WEBULL. Alright, so here we're looking at the chart for WEBULL. Let me shift it over this way and we'll change the scale a little bit, so just so we can see the price that it's currently at. And you can see when that news came out about the acquisition with Archy for that $150 million. Yesterday we hit a low of 1640 in the pre-market hours, and the volume, at least for pre-market anyway, this little volume spike, 121,000, it's not bad. I mean, it's nothing compared to the regular day trading. So when we look back at this 1/2 hour candle, so 30-minute candle that we have going on, this is 1.5 million. And if we go out to the daily chart to take a look at this, you can see what the real volume spikes look like. So if we go to this high candle here, 118 million shares traded And if we go to the one just before that, 90 million shares traded. So a lot of the volume has gone out of this for right now. And if we look at this low candle right here, only about 8 million shares traded. So with that price that we see, and actually this is a really important graph to look at right here. So we see this cross between the 200-day exponential moving average and this 50-day simple moving average, and one crossing below the other. That can be a bearish signal for us, that could be a drop, and we also have the tapering off of the volume. So this price action that we see isn't with a lot of conviction, but that news today is really good for us. Now about this 200 period moving average that we have sitting at 1881, let's go back to intraday just to see where this thing peaked out. It peaked out at 1847, so that would not be enough to get us back up above the 200-day EMA. So we'll see as this price plays out, and let's go back to daily, see what sort of resistance we have. So we would love to make it back up over here. We have recently taken on this negative slope for the 200-day. That's this purple line that you see that's pretty much flat going across here. It does have a slightly negative slope as we look at it, and we're also trading below it. So we're in bearish territory for Skillz. We have seen this bottom of $12.40. This lower low here, we haven't come back to this high. We have a little bit of consolidation going on. News like this could be the thing that allows us to trade sideways for a while and really wait for more news to come out and really see what happens with Skillz. We've had 2 bear reports, I believe, on this that were just absolutely crushing, along with the sell-off that we've had. That's a ton of downward pressure. And I mean, look at this high that we had before. It looks like I'm going to shrink my scale a little bit more to see it. We peaked out at $46.30. That was following that NFL news back in February, and the results of that competition won't come out until 2022, I believe, through between Q2 and Q3. I think it's before the NFL season comes up. It should be ready for the 2022 NFL season. So it would be nice to see some updates on that competition, how it's playing out, how many developers are engaged in it, what their sort of progress is. As a matter of fact, if we go over to their website, I wonder if they give us any of that information. Alright, so here we're on the Skillz page. We're looking at the developer page, and you can see the NFL Game Developer Challenge beginning spring 2021, so it is underway. Hit learn more, see if we actually learn anything more. So we can see the challenge, and this is nothing new. That we learned about this back in February before the Super Bowl came out, and that was that huge price spike before all the sell-offs that started in February and the bear reports that we've had, and we've kind of slowly been clawing our way back as we go along. Looks here like the submission window has closed. Participating developers can review their submission in the Skillz developer console. Stay tuned for announcement for the finalists that will move on to the next phase of the challenge. Alright, so we do have progress. Alright, so just a little bit from their page, and then I'm going to close things up so I can get this out to you guys. Archy's advanced machine learning algorithms to be augmented by Skillz deep first-party data, and then 465 million monthly users will extend Skillz player acquisition capabilities. And then acquisition agreement expected to close in the third quarter of 2021. So we're not going to see the results of this, well, it'd be after June 30th, which would be the end of Q2. So sometime between August, sometime between July and September in order for this to come out. Let's see if they tell us anything else. I apologize. This is the first time that I ran through this, but I thought it was really cool, and I thought it'd be nice to bring it on here with a little bit more authenticity when it comes to just reacting to what we see here. Here we go, 160 employees join the Skillz workforce, and then with leading business development, Skillz will acquire 100%. That's nice. So it's a complete acquisition for approximately $150 million, cash and stock. Transaction is subject to customary closing conditions, expected to close in the third quarter of 2021. Alright, so I dug up a 2020 year in review for Archy, and so they gave us an infographic, so not the most explanatory. It'd be nice to see a little bit more transparency as far as they go, but it does look like they're a smaller company, but for $150 million for an acquisition, that's understandable. So Technology Fast 500 Award, 2 AI Award wins, Employee of the Year Award, Ad Exchange 2020 Program Players, doubled the number of servers. Here we go, 130 in QPS, 5 new exchanges integrated, limit ad tracking preparation, and let me see, addition of custom fonts to Archy Studio, small creative size, less production time. Good, so it sounds like some optimization going on there. Published 101 Insight articles. Excellent. Women in mobile articles posted. Increase in insights, page views, 90 new clients, 48 new team members. This would be nice client-wise to see that as a percentage. So if 90 plus is something that is big to them, I'd imagine that, again, they're still a very small company. And I think that it said they had 160 team members. So adding another 40 on top of that is, like 40% more than what they had to start with or so. Social media engagement that we have is there is good. It would be nice to see some hard numbers that they have working with along with these percentages, just to know more about the company themselves. All right, so just one final look at their chart here, just because I want to look at some of the prices that we have. So 1240 is the low, 1238, and then it looks like we have a little bit of sideways trading in here. So a little bit of strength coming back with the overall market in general. So just below $15. And then it looks like if we go to this high over here, somewhere around just below $22, I think we're going to hit resistance here today, 1881. That's if we have a strong market bias to go along with it. And really, we just don't have enough details yet about Archy and how Skillz plans to use them. We want to watch as that news unfolds to see just how really exciting this is. So when we look at the pre-market, this pre-market that we have here with the low volume support that we have, we could see this sort of trail off at the beginning. As a matter of fact, maybe a 50% retracement or so from this candle that we have, so pulling back. And again, macroeconomically speaking, so depending on what sort of overall market bias we get against this, that could really impact the different things that I have to say. So from this candle, maybe about back to like the 1750s or so, we could pull back deeper in the market open or something, but maybe trade sideways depending on what other news we have coming out and how the market reacts to everything. I don't know that we're going to break that resistance that we see on the daily chart at 1881. I'm bullish on Skillz. It's something that I plan to hold on to for a long time. So all right, so just Skillz at a glance, just an update for what we have. Some of that selling pressure has come off recently, that we started to see the price move back up. The acquisition bringing in more users through the advertisements, bringing in more revenue through those advertisements. Those are going to be things that will be really strong for Skillz moving forward. So we'll see as we get more news how good of news we have with this acquisition target. But it is nice to see that progress also on the NFL challenge that they have with their developers, to also see that they're moving on to the next phase of that as well. I would love to see more PR come out that tells us more about what to expect for the developers in the next phase, what the developers can expect, and when's that next deadline coming up where they start to slim down that pool of candidates again. That would be absolutely astounding. So Skillz, Andrew Paradise, if you're watching this thing, and you're probably not watching this thing, but if you do, get that PR pumping. Like, tell us what's going on. Keep us excited about this. These are all things that we would like to see would make for not only an excellent momentum play that we would have, but it would also really keep on giving us encouragement that we're doing the right thing with looking at Skillz as a company that has not only growth potential, but also lives up to that potential over time. So that's what I have for you today. If you guys want to check out my Patreon, that link is down in the description. Also down in the description is a link to WEBULL, which is the platform that I use when I do these videos. So if you want to sign up over there, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks. I get 2 free stocks for the referral. Your stocks will be valued up to a total of $1,850. So good luck, enjoy. It's free money, so why not, right? Finally, if you haven't already liked to, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share it with your friends. Remember, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research and due diligence. Contact a financial advisor before making any financial decisions. I'm Dr. Stock. Thanks for rocking with me. Now go get that money.